everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Meg, and today we are going to be doing a what I eat in a day kind of video, but it's really me testing out recipes that I've seen on TikTok, so a combo of both. So I hope you guys like this kind of video. If you do, give me a thumbs up to let me know because I will make more. And it was funny, I have to share really fast that I was watching a Trisha Paytas video where she was cooking a recipe and she was like, I'm no professional, so what do I bring to the table? Like, why would people want to watch my cooking videos? And she's like, because I bring relatability. And I'm like, same. So I like to think that I bring relatability to this because I hate cooking. I don't like cooking. I don't know how to cook. I'm trying to eat more intuitive and make healthier choices. So that is a journey I am on. So if you're here for the relatable content, you are in the right place, my friends. So let's go ahead and get started and roll into breakfast. I've turned into one of those people that can't start their morning without caffeine. So I'm adding some caramel drizzle to the inside of my cup before I throw the ice in there. I can't believe I'm a full-time coffee person now, guys. This is what quarantine did to me. So I take some cold brew. If you guys are interested in the kind that I have, I'll link it down below. It's from Amazon, unfortunately. So I add my cold brew, and then this is my favorite creamer. It is by Cafe Mate. It is a vanilla. It's, I think, the almond milk one, but they have a dairy-free brown sugar one that's good, and their caramel one is good. But anyways, I throw that into my frother, which unfortunately also is from Amazon and will be linked below. And then I just add that to my cup, and I'm good to go. That's my coffee in the morning. A lot different than the Dalgona coffee I was making for a while. Now to get actual breakfast started, I'm just slicing up half of an avocado. And don't you love when you're using a little point and shoot so you can't actually see that you're either not in frame or not focused? But anyways, I just cut little squares into my avocado, and then it's just easier to scoop out and it's already cut up for you. These are the hash browns that I talked about in my Trader Joe's haul. It'll be linked around up above or down below if you haven't seen it. So I heard to cook these in the air fryer at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 minutes, flip it, and then cook it again at 400 for another 6 minutes. I found that to be a little bit too much, so I do 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 minutes, flip it, and then I do it for another 5 minutes. Now I'm going to get started on my egg. I love a little runny moment, so I like over medium. By the way, this is a contraption that's supposed to hold your egg in like a tiny circle so it doesn't leak out all over the pan, and it doesn't matter which way you place it because I tried it both ways and it still leaks out, as you'll see here in a second. So it didn't work out, but the good news is that I only spent about $3 on it at the grocery store. So what I do to cook my egg is on medium-low heat. I cook it with the lid for 45 seconds, flip it over, cook it about another 20 or 30, and it's perfect for me. All right, it's the moment of truth. This is looking pretty crispy, maybe a little overdone. So instead of 12 minutes total, maybe I would do 10 minutes the next time. So let's put this all together and assemble it. I'm using a candle as my tripod this morning because I just really couldn't be bothered. I definitely don't win when it comes to presentation, but I'm going to add a couple drops of lime juice and just a slightest sprinkle of sea salt. My second egg didn't turn out as pretty as the first one, but it is the moment of truth. One egg would have been fine, but normally I have 2 for breakfast. So that's what we have going. And then I know this is what most people like to see, is a yolk coming out. So there we go. That is breakfast. I might add some hot sauce, but today I think I'm just going to take a bite of it as is and then add hot sauce if I want to. So I'm excited to see how this tastes. Okay, so I have a little bite of everything. Okay, that is pretty good. I like that a lot. I think for today I'm gonna leave the hot sauce off of it, but that's really good. I think if you want more of like a diner feel kind of breakfast, this will give you that. It's really, really good. It's not something I would eat on an everyday basis just because of the hash brown, but it's a nice change up from my avocado toast, which I normally do. But yeah, this was really good. Alright friends, so this next clip is from a month ago, hence the purple hair, but I'm showing you the TikTok feta cheese pasta. I filmed this, like I said, a month ago, but I never really, like, it was just too short to be its own video, so I'm throwing it into this TikTok recipe video. Although I'm sure you guys all know what it is by now, I'll fast forward through it really quick so you don't have to sit through it for too long, and then we'll move on to the snack option and dinner. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need is some olive oil. Olive oil is pretty dependent on this dish, so you definitely want to make sure you have enough. I have a full bottle, so I'm ready to go. I ran out last night and panicked, so I had to go out and buy more. The main star of the dish, I guess, is this feta cheese. You want to make sure you get the block, not the dried crumbled. You want the one that's soaking in liquid. That's a giant block. I don't think I've ever had this before, so I'm excited. I love cheese. I don't know why I really haven't had feta cheese before, but we will see. And then the next thing that you need are some cherry tomatoes. One packet of this didn't seem enough for like 2 to 3 people, so I ended up getting 2 packs of the cherry tomatoes. I'm actually going to rinse these off in water and let them dry once I'm done filming this segment, so that will be step 1 for this. I went to 2 different grocery stores. None of the grocery stores had fresh basil, and I don't know why it's been so hard to find. I feel like ever since the pandemic started, it's been next to impossible to find basil. So luckily I have some dried basil that I'm going to be adding in, so that's a slight modification. It's much preferred if you have fresh basil leaves to top with, definitely do that. We're also going to use some oregano seasoning today, and you're also going to need the classic salt and pepper. And pasta, you can really use any pasta you want. I just had some bow tie pasta in my pantry, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and use. Literally the pasta doesn't matter, just some kind of pasta. And then for toppings, I think I'm gonna add some crushed red pepper flakes to my dish. I think that will be pretty good. I've also seen some people add balsamic vinaigrette to it, and that also looks like it would be good, but I don't have any. So let's go ahead and get into making this dish. I have all of our ingredients prepped. I have some garlic cloves here. Again, you can just use minced garlic. It's a whole lot easier. But the first thing that I'm going to do is put just a little bit of olive oil at the bottom. I really want to get one of those fancy spouts. Okay, so I just have that little bit. And then I'm just going to spread it around. So next I'm going to add our tomatoes that I have rinsed off. And this is where our seasoning is going to come into play. You want to add some salt and pepper. I'm not adding a lot of salt because the cheese is pretty salty. So I'm just going to leave it as is. And then now I'm going to sprinkle some oregano on top. And because I couldn't find fresh basil, I'm just going to add the dried basil in now. And like I said, fresh basil is just preferable because it's just nicer. If you do have fresh basil, you're going to want to add this at the very end after you add your pasta in. So I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil just to make sure our tomatoes have like a nice coating on. I'm going to give everything a good mix before I put the cheese in. All right, so now I'm gonna kind of make a hole in the middle here for our cheese. This is so much cheese. I'll plop that down in the middle, and then I'm gonna sprinkle some more olive oil and some of the seasoning on top of the cheese as well. And I've seen people use a hefty amount of olive oil. The last thing I'm going to do before sticking this in the oven is adding in my garlic cloves. This isn't part of like the original recipe. It's just part of a recipe that I watched. They stuck the cloves in, let it bake, took the cloves out, and then minced it and mixed it all together. So I figured that would be good to do. This is what our baking dish looks like. I'm gonna stick this in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. You pretty much just wanna wait until the cheese is nice and melty. While that's cooking, I'm gonna get my pasta started. So I'm just gonna fill this up with water, and I'm going to add salt because, as they always say, we want to make our pasta water salty like the sea. I heard that olive oil can make the water take longer to boil, so I'm going to wait until it's boiling, add some olive oil in, and then we can get to cooking our pasta. I also have a cup off to the side so I can remember to collect pasta water, hopefully once it's done cooking. Just to quickly interject here, I make this all the time because it is ridiculously easy to do, and it is so good. You can also play around with different kinds of cheeses in the middle as well. This is going to cook for 12 minutes, and then there's about 16 minutes left on what's in the oven, and then we can combine everything together. Before I combine the pasta into that, I'm gonna fish out the garlic and then mince it up, and we're gonna mix everything together. All right, so this is what it looks like out of the oven. I have my garlic ready to mix back in, but before I do that, the video I saw, they squished the tomatoes down with a fork. So I'm just going to do that, and then we can add it all together. I remember to save the pasta water, but I don't think I'm gonna need any. And I'm nervous about adding the pasta into this. If you're also a cook that doesn't like a lot of steps and recipes like I do, just get the jarred minced garlic and just dump it in there before you throw it into the oven. It's so much easier. It was such a pain in the butt to fish out all those garlic pieces and then mince them when they already sell minced garlic. So that is one takeaway from this recipe. And I didn't show me trying it on camera, but it's really good. I've made this at least 4 times since I first tried it. All right, it is time for a midday snackaroo. It is 4 o'clock, not like you can see that, but anyways, it is in the afternoon. It's a little bit before dinner, so I want something to tide me over, and now is normally when I have fruit for the day. Normally I just cut up some strawberries and raspberries. That's been my kick lately. I have ADHD, so I 100% for sure hyper focus on foods, and I will like something and stick to it for months, even over a year. So yeah, strawberries and raspberries have been my thing, but I saw, as I'm sure everyone did, Nature cereal. I'm so late, so behind, but we are giving it a try today because, like most things that go viral on TikTok, you can't find it in the stores, and I couldn't find pomegranate seeds anywhere. So the person who first came up with this video, their TikTok name is nature_food. And Lizzo is the one that made it viral, but I just wanted to give credit to the originator. So let's see, how do we put together our nature cereal? And as I open up my TikTok, it's natures_food, not nature food, natures. I'll have them linked down below. So he uses pomegranate seeds, blackberries, and blueberries. I don't have blackberries, so I'm just gonna use the blueberries and pomegranate seeds. He says that this helps with digestion, so that is always good. And he also said that this gives him so much energy when he eats it first thing in the morning. Lizzo also added ice cubes into hers because she said the colder it is, the better, so I have some ice cubes in here. But let's go ahead and add this all together. I've never really tried boxed coconut water before. I'm not a fan of artificial or like the meaty part of the coconut. I hate that flavor, but actual coconut water isn't that bad. So I'm hoping it's not super coconutty and not enhanced to taste more coconutty. Anyway, let's put this together. All right, so I'm putting about half the container in there, and then I'm gonna do like maybe a handful of blueberries that I'm actually gonna wash really fast because I realize I haven't washed them yet. Would it be a complete washing without a dog hair going in there? Okay, so now we're gonna add the milk, which is the coconut water. All right, let's give this a try. The pomegranate is so tart. Okay, like it's good, but less pomegranate, maybe some more water. Like, oh my God, my mouth is puckering up so bad right now. Okay, so the coconut water is nice and fresh. It doesn't heavily taste like coconut, thank goodness. And I can see it getting flavored with this some more that you take to eat it. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat the rest of this. It's definitely good. It's definitely unique. And I think it's something that I could see myself eating as a snack throughout the day. Okay, it is dinner time. I've taken my setup down, so the lighting is what it is. But I ended up getting a salad for dinner because I still wanted something healthy, but I didn't want to make dinner. And I'm not a huge fan of salads, but for some reasons, salads always taste that much better when someone else makes it and it's not me making it. So I just want to share with you guys, if you have a salad and go around you, it's like a popular chain around here in Arizona. I feel like I've been missing out because I just tried them, but their salads, I believe the base salad starts at $5.50 or $5.75 for any pre-made salad. You can also do a BYOB salad, and yeah, so I'm gonna show you what I got. Luna is in full zoomy mode. So if you hear her going off in the background, she's chill until the camera's on and she wants all attention and all eyes on her. But here are the salads. So this is my husband's salad. He wanted a Greek salad. I want to say their base salads start at $5.75, which is pretty inexpensive in my opinion, and he always likes extra protein. So I got extra chicken, and you can see that there is a lot extra that they gave, which is good because I think it was like $1.50 extra for more protein. So I still think it's worth the $7 or whatever it would be for his salad. I did the build your own salad because I really like the idea of the bruschetta salad that they have on their menu, but they don't have it at this location, but they have all the ingredients for it. So again, it's a pretty hefty size, just lettuce. We have chicken as a protein, grilled chicken. It comes with croutons, pico de gallo, mozzarella, and then I added avocado just for some more creaminess, and it comes with a basil pesto dressing and a balsamic vinaigrette, and this was only $5.75. I don't even know if I could eat all of this for dinner, so it could be a lunch and a dinner. So I just think it's a good price. I just thought it was a really good price for eating something healthy, and Chipotle costs more money. So anyway, okay, that wraps it up for today's cooking video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. So let me know in the comments below if there's any other TikTok recipes you want me to try, or what else you would like to see on my channel. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Give us a thumbs up if you like chaotic cooking videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.